TNVS, or Transport Network Vehicle Services concept, came to the country 2 years ago and took it by storm. It was pioneered by Uber, which is a known worldwide supplier of the services. After which, it was immediately followed by Grab, offering the same, but most recently, the landscape suddenly changed as Uber decided to sell out to Grab. A move that made a lot of transport regulators worried, together with the riding public, as a monopoly of such services may lead to uncontrolled fare hikes. Timely, new companies offering the same services came out and whose operations were approved by the LTFRB. And one of them is MiCab. This week on Motoring Today's Motoring Forum, we have Mr. Ybañez, founder and Chief Executive Officer of MiCab, to give us some insights into their actual operations. Hello, Mr. Ybañez, and welcome to Motoring Today.
Hello, Butch, and to all the viewers of Motoring Today.
To begin with, please give us a brief background about your company and how it started until how it is now.
Okay, so MiCab, it's a taxi hailing platform. It connects passengers to taxi drivers. We don't have booking fees. There's no surge pricing. The company started sa Cebu 2012, and then we expanded to Iloilo 2 years after. And then now we're starting to scale up here in Manila and Baguio.
You basically started in Cebu and has now been expanding to Baguio City and Metro Manila. Can you tell us how was the acceptance of the people in the said areas regarding your transport network company?
The acceptance is actually pretty good. Where in fact, actually our user growth for this month alone expanded to around 500%. So I can say like the acceptance is pretty well received from the passengers.
Now, with the rise of transport network vehicle services, which mostly use cars, how do you think will the people from the metro accept this taxi hailing service?
Well, based on the data that we have, people are really interested to use the app to book a cab. In fact, there's an upsurge in the number of bookings that we receive, increasing for more than 100% week on week as we speak.
Can you tell us, is there any way that taxi operators can also join MiCab?
All they need to do is just to contact us. They can visit our website, micab.co, or email us at info@micab.co. And then our ops team will coordinate with them for the enrollment. Basically, what makes us different is we're partnering with taxi operators instead of taxi drivers. So it's actually the taxi operators who's paying for the devices and for the data. So the taxi drivers, all they need to do is just go to their vehicle and use the app.
Would you like to tell us what are the needed requirements for those interested?
Basically, all we need is, as long as like we have a set of age limit in terms of the vehicles. They need to have their own car wash infrastructure. All of their cabs needs to be, of course, registered via LTFRB and has insurance in place.
With Uber out and a lot of new players coming in, what can the riders expect from you with regard to your services, and how would you differentiate it from the rest?
As of this month, MiCab is operational, so actually my passengers can actually start getting their ride from Manila, Cebu, and Baguio. Basically, what makes us different is like we're partnering solely with taxi cabs. So we don't have private vehicles, and we're not taking any cuts in terms of fares. All of the fares goes, actually 100% goes to the taxi drivers. What makes us different actually is we're using advertising as our main source of revenue. It's unique not just in the Philippines but actually globally, because no one is using that same model. And aside from the taxi drivers earning 100% from the fare, we're actually giving them shares from our advertising revenues, both the taxi operators and the taxi drivers.
Thank you very much for your time, Mr. Ybañez. Before we end, do you have any message to our viewers, most especially to those who are into this new transport system?
I'm actually inviting all the viewers right now to use MiCab, because basically our goal really is to change the taxi industry for the better. And the more users that we have, the more that people can actually rate our drivers. We can penalize them, we can give them incentives, or we can even replace them and replace them with better ones. So hopefully they will help us transform this industry and use MiCab.
Thank you once again, sir.
Thank you, Butch. Happy motoring.
Mr. Eddie Ybañez, founder and chief executive officer of MiCab, with insights into their operations providing TNVS, this week's guest on Motoring Today's Motoring Forum.
I'm gonna miss you.
I'll miss you too.
So, why are you back?
I didn't want to miss you.